Well, Lee, after Jeremy totes the ball 40 times and has 4 catches, how's he been? And some people say, oh, he got a game in 5 days, but Hars kind of said, no, he seems fine.
No, he seems good. He's actually had, to be honest with you, the best, what we would have called Tuesday and then Wednesday practice he's had up until this point. So I think he's just kind of excited. I think it was just, having success, sometimes it motivates you a little bit more just to continue to do well and to overcome some of those little bumps and bruises that you seem to have after a game. So he moved around pretty well the last couple of days. I was actually pretty surprised, to say the least.
What popped as the game went along? I mean, it seems like a lot of his games, something happens in the second half. You that 16th carry, 20th carry.
It's funny. It depends on the game. Sometimes he comes out hot, and then when he doesn't, and it's just he ends up becoming a little more of a rhythm running back where it just takes a few carries to really get into the flow of the game. And then plus, sometimes people get spoiled to running backs have success here early. And when they don't, they kind of feel like, well, he's not playing very well. Well, that's the game of playing running back. Sometimes, you might have 20 yards leading up until 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, and then you end up with 150. It's just kind of the way it works sometimes. You just got to keep, it's just like taking a sledgehammer to a rock. You just got to keep chipping away at it, and eventually, you're going to get one of those big cracks, and then it's going to go, which that's what happened.
What's impressed you most about him this season? Now he's had 2 of these 200-yard games, and he just keeps being your workhorse, and it does seem to get better maybe as the game progresses. What has maybe impressed you most that you maybe didn't see before from him?
Just the physicality towards the end of the game a little bit more. You definitely can tell if you go back to the Oregon State game. That was kind of where you're just like, all right, this dude is running way more physical. This is a different Jeremy, he's a year older too, a little bit more mature and kind of understanding what he needs to do to kind of finish a play. And now that's kind of what we're seeing, what we have a great chance to witness. To me, he'll end up being one of the best running backs definitely in the history ever here. No question about that. And God willing, everything will work out for him, and maybe he'll end up being the best. You never know.
But I was wondering about as a running back when you played and being around other running backs, did they keep an eye on the opposing running back when you got Jamal Williams coming in here?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Shoot, and I say we because I played the position a little bit. I mean, we pay attention to what the other running backs are doing and how well they're doing. It's not so much statistics; it's just playing better than them. It's what we're putting on tape. If you're turning on the tape, do my runs and my play look better than yours? Are people going, whoa, that looks like a good run? And I know you said, the kid Jamal and stuff. He's a very good running back. I mean, I'm very impressed with him. We definitely we look at him as being one of the best, standard really in the country as far as, okay, this guy, he plays position the right way. But as far as just us, I mean, we kind of look at all the best running backs. I put together explosive run tape every week, and we watch the great runs of other maybe opposing teams, maybe other running backs, maybe it might be NFL running backs, or other college running backs, and they kind of just get a chance to watch that. Like I sent out to Jeremy the other day, and I usually do this. I kind of pick different running backs that kind of fit their styles a little bit more, and I'll send them those clips, or I'll tell them to YouTube those guys and watch them. To kind of motivate them a little bit more. Like I'll never send, for example, Jeremy, someone like Nigerian Nightmare or someone like that. I mean, those are 2 different guys, Earl Campbell. But a guy like a Marshall Faulk, or I'm trying to think of some more. Even maybe Percy Harvin back when he was in college a little bit, just because he lined up at receiver a little bit and ran the ball, and guys like that. So you just kind of help those guys out a little bit.
What do you see